Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And we're gonna continue our showcase of OP07 and the new leaders. And today is Vegapunk's turn. Arguably the weakest leader of OP07, but we're here to give it a shot and try it out and see what we can do with this leader. Now, the problem with this leader is right away. You see it right away in the description of his ability. This leader cannot attack. Why? Why, Bandai? Why are you giving me? Why do you continue to give me leaders that cannot attack when you know that leaders that cannot attack have not really been successful, right? Rebecca hasn't really done anything. BB hasn't done anything. Iceberg has a cool deck now, but it's still not a meta deck, right? Like, you have to understand that when a leader cannot attack, it's just such a big disadvantage. And unfortunately for Vegapunk, that holds true here as well. However, I actually think that Vegapunk could potentially be powerful enough if he gets more support cards in OPOA and later down the line OPO9, OPO10, whatever, you know? Because his ability is actually really strong, right? So what does this card do? Once per turn, you can rest one Dawn and you can place up to one of your cost 5 or less cards with the Egghead subtype from your hand face up on either the top of your life or into play. What this means is that every turn you can potentially heal, by one life by putting any one of these Egghead cards. And the whole idea with this deck is that you're able to put these cards in your life that have triggers, and they're able to play themselves from your life for free because of their triggers, right? Or you can also just play them straight up out into the field. So sometimes it actually makes a lot of sense. On the very first turn of the game, you can literally just rest your one Dawn and just drop down a 6k body on turn one. On turn one. Even if you're going first, you can literally just drop a 6k body right away, which can also be pretty cool. So that's what this deck does. Now, the version that I ended up settling on with this Vegapunk deck is kind of like a mix of Enel, right? So if you think about Enel has like all this healing. Well, like Enel's healing is a little bit different, right? Because they get it in the opponent's turn. I'm kind of trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to just heal every turn so that I have like all this value while at the same time developing units between my triggers, etc., right? So that is why you see the 4 Katakuris, why you see the 4 Yamatos, and even the triple Ace. We only play 3, and honestly I'm debating if it's better to go down to 2 Ace, because Ace takes your whole 10 down. Meanwhile, if you play Katakuri or you play Yamato, you can actually heal for 2. Let's say you're at 1 life, you can play Yamato, heal to 2 life, and then use the remaining Dawn to add a card from your hand to the top of your life. So you end up healing for 2. Same thing with Katakuri, right? You can use Katakuri, target one of your many units on the field that have trigger abilities, put them back on top of your life, and also use your leader ability to put another card on top of your life, right? So that's why I like Katakuri and Yamato a lot in this deck. The rest of the deck is really all these Egghead cards, right? So the Egghead cards that we all got from OP07, we have Atlas, which is really nice because it cannot be killed by battle as long as you have less life than your opponent. So in the early game, this card is crazy because it can attack into the opponent, and the opponent cannot remove it unless they have direct removal, right? Which is really nice because your leader starts with 2 life, which I completely forgot to mention that. Another reason why this leader is so weak, it starts with 2 life. 2 life. My goodness. 2 life, and you cannot attack. It's crazy, right? But the idea also is like a lot of these Vegapunk cards, a lot of these Egghead cards do have abilities that only trigger when you have 2 life or less, right? But yeah, the Atlas, right away you have less life than your opponent, so in the early game she stays alive. The Usopp is really just as a 2k counter, but it can actually be really powerful, especially against red-purple law, because you can have this and put this on top of your life, and when it gets triggered, your Vegapunk becomes a 7k leader for the remaining of the turn, which can be really, really powerful at dealing with like a lot of units from like red-purple law. Edison is there as another 2k counter, but sometimes can let it fix our hand if we really need to. Although most of the times you really don't want to have to trash these cards. But maybe if you have too many Liliths, you wouldn't mind, you know, trashing them with Edison if you get it from the trigger. And again, it's another card. Like if you look at this, all these Vegapunk cards, Atlas, Edison, and you see the same thing with Shaka, they all get to be played for free from your trigger, which again is what makes things so powerful. Shaka is there as a blocker, as a 6k unit. Really cool because again, you can just put the blocker in your life. The opponent hits your life, and then you get a blocker. So effectively, you kind of have two blocked attacks there. Pythagoras is also another one of those Vegapunk cards. The benefit of this card is that you're able to play a different egghead card from your trash back into the field after this dies. Your only targets for this are going to be your Edison and your Franky, because this has to be a 4 cost or lower. But still, they're still very good targets because it just gets you another 5k. I guess also the Lilith. I forgot. Also the Lilith. Usually Lilith is your best target because then you're able to search again. But you can also do Franky and Edison. So you do have 12 targets that you can have the Pythagoras. Remember though that you have to be at 2 life. You're going to see it in the videos over the next 3 days. I kept making the mistake of going back to 3 life, and then the opponent just says okay and just attacks into the Pythagoras. Franky is cool because Franky, you can put him on top of your life when you only have 1 life, going back up to 2, which means that when your opponent attacks into you, not only do you get a free body with Franky, but you also get to draw 1. And it's also a 2k counter, so this guy is actually kind of crazy. We do play the 5 cost Luffy, which you guys probably have seen against people that are playing Black Yellow Luffy. This card is just there as a way to kind of get rid of the opponent's blockers or slow down the opponent's Red Purple Law or any other of those decks that actually plays a lot of 4 costs, right? Because you can have this on the field, attack with it, and then use its effect to KO one of the opponent's units and also get a draw. Or you can also put this on top of your life and just KO the opponent's 4 cost unit. And then we have Lilith, which is a great searcher, right? Because you can just play her and you get to search for an egghead card, and again you can bring her back with Pythagoras, you can put her in your life and you'll be able to actually play her from your life, etc. The really cool part about Lilith is that with Vegapunk, what I have found out is that you always want to go second, right? And the reason you want to go second is because on your first turn you can use 1 Dawn and summon, I don't know, let's say like a Shaka. Then on the second turn you can use 3 Dawn to play Lilith, search, and still have 1 Dawn left over to either summon another card or heal yourself another life, which ends up really, really cool. Ace is in that same group as Yamato and Katakuri for when the games go really long. Raigo, our leader, starts with 2 life, and it's not rare for us to actually get down to 1 life. So the Raigo allows us to be able to KO one of the opponent's big body, right? So let's think of 8 cost Kid, let's think of 8 cost Moira, let's think of 9 cost Zoro, etc. And then be able to still heal back up with the Vegapunk back to 2 life. And then I do like this 1 cost event, Please Save Me. It's an egghead card, so it can be searched with Lilith. And if you didn't realize, Vegapunk doesn't specify that it has to be characters. It says egghead cards, which means that you can actually put this on top of your life if you want to. And what this does is that when this is a trigger, you get to play a 5 cost or lower egghead type character from your trash. So one of my favorite combos to do with this card is bringing back a Shaka. So you literally trigger this and bring back a Shaka, and now you have another blocker, and the opponent has a little bit of a harder time be able to present lethal into you. Or if you already have Shaka on the field and you have this on top of your life, you can block with Shaka the first attack, then take the second attack, use the trigger, and bring that Shaka that you just blocked with back into the field, which is really, really crazy. So those are the cards here that we're playing. How are we playing this deck? So what are we actually doing with Vegapunk, right? Well, early on, just try to feel of the field, right? So take advantage of the fact that you can drop 6k bodies right away on turn 1 and turn 2. So a lot of times what I'll do is that the first couple of turns, I'm playing Atlas or Shaka or Pythagoras. Then on the next turn, I'm doing it again unless the opponent took me down to 1 life. If the opponent took me down to 1 life, I don't mind playing Lilith and then putting like a Franky on my life, right? So usually I like to stay at 2 life. unless I'm trying to prepare for like a Raigo to punish the opponent, then I don't mind going down to 1, or if I know that I'm going to play a Yamato, right? So usually I like to stay at 2 life and just develop units anytime that I can, so that I can just fill up the board, because you do need to have units on the field because your leader cannot attack. So you want to be able to have enough units on the field so you can attack into the opponent and attack into, like, maybe they play like, you know, Momonosuke Searcher or Body Searcher. That way you can actually attack into them using your Vegapunk here. So that's usually, again, what I'm trying to do when I'm playing this leader. Sometimes developing all these units allows you to go aggressive into the opponent and actually get them down to 0 and just literally straight up kill them, right? But you have to be a little bit careful, because if the opponent has removal, then maybe you want to just play the game a little slower. If you're going against green, for example, I like to play the game a lot slower if I'm going against a Bonnie, because I want to just stall out the game so that I could just start playing my Yamatos and my Katakuri. So I just Katakuri their stuff back into the bottom of their life, and then make it so that the Yamato can actually pop their big units. Because again, we have so much healing that a lot of these decks that don't have a lot of aggression struggle getting through all the healing that you have. So you can play it either way. You can play it like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, where you kind of play like an L and you kind of starve them out. Or if you have the hand, you can just develop a bunch of units and just attack it into the opponent over and over and over again, which can also be really a powerful strategy. A lot of times, again, when you're 9 down, what you can do is use Katakuri, put a card back into your life, and then use the 1 down to put another card back into your life. When you're at 10 down, that's where the Yamato comes in. You pop the opponent's unit, heal to 2, and put another card back into your life to go back up to 3. Usually, I like to stay around that 2 to 3 life, unless I see that the opponent has a lot of units. If the opponent has a lot of units, then obviously I'm just going to continue trying to heal up, because once the opponent starts attacking me, all those units in my life are usually going to be trigger cards that I can just play over and over again. So sometimes what you can do, and you'll see that in today's game, we have 2 games against Boa, and I did it in one of those games. You can literally just say, okay, you have a big field, I'm just going to keep healing, and I'm not going to attack into you. And the moment that you attack into me, I'm just going to get all these units from my life to go into the field and then set up for like a big attack into the opponent's life, right? So yeah, that's how you're going to do it. It's not a great leader, right? It's not a great leader. There's a lot of counters to this. If you're going against black, your life is going to be miserable, because they're going to just remove everything, including your big bodies, and they're going to be able to play Moria and develop too many bodies on the field, and you're going to cry. But against other decks, honestly, I found this kind of cool. Like, even against Red Purple Law, which is another game that you're going to see today, I ended up doing really pretty well against that. But anyways, as always, we're going to have 3 videos with Vegapunk. Today's going to be the first video. We have 2 games against Boa Hancock, 1 game against a Red Purple Law player, and 1 game against a Red Ace player. So a pretty long video today with 4 games, and the next 2 videos are also going to have 4 games, and that's because I actually enjoy playing Vegapunk so much. It was actually super fun, even if it's not actually that strong. But anyways, hope that you enjoy the games coming soon. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this match, we're going against Boa, and this is a weird matchup. Like, the opponent has enough units and enough draw, and their bounce can be really problematic for us. Like, I don't know the way that I'm supposed to be playing this, but I want to have my big bodies. Unfortunately, we didn't get our big bodies. Let's go here. Let's go Atlas. Let's go Atlas. Then we can go Shaka. Atlas is not gonna die to battle damage, right? So she doesn't die to battle damage, which is nice. She doesn't die to battle, is what I mean. As long as the opponent has more life than me, which obviously they do. Okay, so we can just block with Shaka here. Okay, no reason to take that. No reason to take that if we don't have to. We'll go like this. There's a lot of big boys that just went away from us. Let's go Edison. I can still attack with Atlas, right? Yeah, I can still attack with Atlas, because again, it's forcing the opponent to have to like bottom deck her. Question is here, we can just add this to the top, right? I guess let's add a second Shaka. The problem with the second Shaka is the fear of the opponent having a gravity blade if I have two Shakas on the field. The reason that this is okay is because the opponent has no choice but attacking to my life here. They don't have them down for the gravity blade just yet, so my units are still a little bit safe. But we don't have Yamato, we don't have Katakuri. Okay, cool. Yep. By adding the life, we made it so that the Atlas will die. So that was a misplay on my part that I forgot about. But the opponent also misplayed by playing this and having nothing in their trash. So I guess that's okay. I guess we both just misplay, right? Yeah, I guess we both are just playing misplays here. Again, I'm scared of the gravity here. I should have gone Edison on the field and Shaka on my life. So the gravity blade bottom decks them both. Right? So the gravity blade bottom decks them both. I'm gonna keep this as a counter. I like that trigger. I mean, I just block, right? Like, I just wanted to stay at 1. I wanted to go to 1. That's why I didn't mind doing it like this. And now I just give you the 2k that you saw me draw. And then we go Yamato. Right rock? Okay, onto which one? Okay. Now we go, I mean, we got Yamato and able to kill one of their units at least. We can attack with everything else. We go like this, 5. At least start eating up cards from the opponent. Yeah, I don't mind eating up cards from the opponent. Opponent's gonna just try to kill me next turn, right? Opponent's just trying to kill me next turn. We go up to 2. The Shaka on the field is forcing them to have a way to bounce it. So I think we don't rust it. We don't have another Yamato. We don't have Ace. We do have healing. Sucks that we had to use Yamato on that turn though. Okay. Let's block. I'm okay with Lilith dying. Let's keep the units alive. Kaido? Okay. So, yeah. Now the opponent gets so much value here. So much value. We're not gonna really be playing... I guess we can play this guy out and then just trash it and be able to get rid of their unit. And just keep everything else. I want to see if the opponent actually gives me the 2 cards here. They probably do, right? There's no reason not to. Oh. 9. Ooh. Interesting. If we start attacking into their life, opponent's just gonna attack into us. Yada, yada, yada. I guess I have to start putting pressure, right? I have to start putting pressure. So this lets me do that. You're gonna give me the 3 cards? Okay. Let's go like this. We have a blocker, 3 2Ks. So the opponent has to deal with the blocker first, Gravity Blade. That leaves them with 3 down, which can go to 15. We can go to 11, 13, 15 exactly. So they can kill Yamato if they put all 3 down on the Kaido. Yep. So if you put all 3 down on the Kaido, you kill the Yamato, and we don't have a not the Yamato, so we can't do anything to you. Yeah, it's too easy for them to put a 3 down on it, so I think I have to go like this. Oh no. Yeah, I'm giving both. Woo! I mean, the opponent still has so many cards, right? Opponent still has so many cards here. We can attack with Luffy, and the opponent knows that they have to block with this Luffy, right? They have to block with the Doffy, otherwise I just get a free value here. Like I just attack for 6 here. If you don't KO with, if you don't block with the Doflamingo, I'm just killing the Doffy anyways. Okay. Okay. Are we playing the long game here? $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $14, $16, $18, and a 1K. I mean, it's enough. It's enough for them to stay alive. The other option is that we just go for their life. We just go for their life and start putting pressure so that if we ever get enough units, we're just okay. I'm not opposed to that. Keep 2 down, so then we go 9, 10, 11, 10, 11. Let's go like this. Let's go 11 to life. 11 to life. Play the Lilith. Keep 1 down open for please save me. Yeah, let's go 11 again. Let's force the 4 cards. Okay, they just decided to go for it. Alright, so we're gonna deploy this, and I guess we'll grab the Luffy in case that the opponent just has another Doffy blocker. If the opponent has another Doffy blocker, I mean, the opponent has 10 cards, right? So it's not hard for them to survive as long as they kill the Yamato. And if they play another Kaido, they still get safe. But I think now that they are 0 life, they're always gonna have to have cards, right? They're always gonna have to have cards. They're always gonna have to have a blocker to keep themselves alive. Always gonna have to have enough counters to keep themselves alive. The problem is that the opponent can just remove my units every single turn. But by me having 2 lives, one of my units could be a trigger, right? The ace can also be a rush card that kind of surprises the opponent if they're not careful. But they have so many cards. They have so much cards, right? So I just need to find the one window where I can just... It's like I'm going up against Whitebeard now, right? Just try to find the window where I can just attack them for some big value. But the red rocks can get rid of my future Yamatos and Katakuris, which is a little bit annoying. But the opponent has to be looking to get rid of my Franky and Lilith here. They can attack with Kaido into the Yamato, and then they can Gravity Blade to get rid of the other 2. They have the Mihawk. And honestly, I feel safe. Life-wise, I feel safe. Safe-ish. So, okay. Let's think about this. If I commit to saving this, opponent has to spend 4 Dawn, which only leaves them with 5, which is not enough for the Gravity Blade. I guess I can go 4 and then 3 on the Sengoku and still be able to kill this. I think we do it. I think we force him to spend the Dawn on something that's not a Gravity Blade. They can go 5 and 9, right? And kill Yamato and Franky, but that still leaves the Lilith alive, right? I mean, it's still the same thing, right? Okay? Alright, so again, as long as the Lilith stays alive, I guess it's fine. The opponent's gonna have to give me their blocks, which sucks. Yeah, opponent ended up finding the Doflamingo, so now that's a little bit more difficult. That's a little bit more difficult. Yeah, let's force the block. Let's force the block here. They need to find more Dophies, right? And we'll put this on the top. So we want my units to just come from triggers. Okay, they have the gravity blade, right? So they have the gravity blade. And they're gonna use gravity blade, but that means that they cannot attack with Kaido. If you have gravity blade, you better have gravity blade plus a Dofi. Oh, you still cannot attack with Kaido. Okay, that's what I thought. We'll go like this. Unfortunate for us. We'll go like this. Unfortunate for us. It's probably Shaka, right? Yeah, it's probably Shaka. So gravity blade out. Unfortunate for us is that we were bottom deck, that we have bottom deck our Yamatos and stuff, right? Okay, they're just gonna bounce it back. They still cannot attack, so I mean, I just get the search again. They still cannot attack and let me have this. So I'm just gonna get another life, another 2 search and another life. So like every turn you're doing this, I'm still getting life. I guess opponent can just attack twice. Yeah, I guess they could attack twice. If they attack with the leader, I probably have to give them a 2k counter. The counter, yeah, okay, wow, okay, so I like the Liliths. I like the Liliths here, so we can go Lilith. I wish I had another 3-drop though that I could play. Do we feel safe enough to keep ourselves at 3 life? Probably not, right? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Let's grab the Edison. Let's grab another 2k here. I guess we could grab this guy. And we're gonna add Shaka to the top of our life again. Could also be, please save me. I kind of like the please save me. It kind of does the similar things, right? So again, I'm waiting for that gravity blade to come in and bottom deck them both. We've seen 1 so far. Opponent still has 9 cards. Ace will actually not be bad at all. Yeah, so we have to counter for 1 here. We have to counter for 1 here. And now we can just get another Shaka back with this please save me. I'm not dying here, my friend. Okay, that one I'm gonna counter. You have 4 cards? No way. Am I missing something here? 9? I guess opponent decided that they have enough to survive, right? Opponent decided they have enough to survive. Which I respect. Yeah, they're telling me here, hey, I have enough to survive your attack. And I can kill you next turn. So they have 9 cards. If I attack for like a full 16, that's going to be 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 16, and then 1, 1, 1. Oh boy, actually, wait a second. Wait a second. They have to have everything be counter cards. And everything, like 16 is 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. That has to be 6 2k counters. And then 1k, 1k, 1k for the 3 follow-up attacks. Wait a second, wait a second. I think we get there. I think I'm gonna try it. I think I have to try it. Opponent has to literally have not a single non-counter card. I have to just go for it. Has to be all 2Ks. And not a single one of them can be a non-counter card. You did your math incorrectly, right? Ah! Did we get there? Did putting them to 0 finally work? Oh, okay, okay. That's a 3K. 2K, 2K. 2K, 2K. That's enough. That's enough. That was enough. Just exactly, though, because we had enough units. And the problem for the opponent was that they actually didn't have the gravity blade in their hand. So they could never bottom deck all those units that I developed. I don't see any more gravity blades in their deck anyways, actually. Like, we can see the rest of their deck here. Do you... Okay, no, they have another one there. Yeah, they have another gravity blade. They had 2 more big Kaidos, right? They had another Red Rock. Oh, boy. That was crazy. That was crazy. I had to do the math. I mean, I think I had to go for it no matter what. This is my ace. I was wondering where you were. I think I had to go for it no matter what, because the other option here would have been to go Raigo into one of the Kaidos, attack into the Sengoku, but the opponent still has 2 Kaidos and Weeble to attack with, so we would have never been able to survive. So we have to just go for it no matter what. Opponent just somehow let me just have all these units on the field, and that was kind of crazy. We even messed up, actually. We had to actually just take the last life last time. I don't know why I didn't take it. We ended up blocking with Shaka. If we didn't block with Shaka, it would have literally been guaranteed that we could have just finished off the opponent. So yeah, wow, what a close game. GG's. In this match, we're gonna against Boa. Oh my goodness, how am I supposed to win this one? Like, am I supposed to go late game and try to look for my Yamatos and Katakuris? I think I have to look for at least one of them anyways. Okay, this actually doesn't look too bad. Yeah, because we can go like this, right? We can go like this. Start getting some value. Yeah, the opponent has a lot of cards though, right? And they're going to be able to bounce my units. And we won't really be able to do anything here except for just... I mean, I guess we could attack for 7, but like... starving them out doesn't really work, does it? Because the opponent just draws every turn. Like, opponent has so much draw that it's hard for me to say like, oh yeah, let me starve them out. I might honestly have to go for Shaka attack. Oh, this sucks. Opponent has... I mean, I think we attack with Shaka. I think we attack with Shaka because I feel like the opponent wants to play their 4-drop next turn. So this kind of makes it awkward for them to just play their 4-drop. I don't want to play Lilith just yet. I think I need to like cheat out these units instead and play Lilith next turn. He also keeps my hand low enough. Oh, I'm completely fine with this. Yeah, I'm completely fine with this. Sure. Let's go like this. Raigo is not bad, but maybe not in this game. I'll send the Pythagoras down. Okay, yeah, I knew they want to play their 4-drops, right? So they want to just do all that stuff. I guess I could have just blocked, by the way. I didn't need to actually take that. But I wanted to take it so that we could get the trigger here. We can go Lilith, attack for 5. So we can attack for 5 here, play Lilith, and put the Franky in my life. And again, maybe I just need to go all in. Maybe I just need to go all in. Like super aggressive, but then the opponent is able to just get so much value from that. I guess we can just put this on the top now, right? Yeah, we can just put this on the top and that's gonna KO one of their units. So the opponent has to attack into Edison and then still be in trouble. Sure. Maybe they don't attack into my life and they're just gonna leave that there. I'm also okay with that if you're gonna attack into my life. Like if you're gonna attack, you have to attack with the Weeble, right? Yeah, you have to attack with the Weevil, and I'm just gonna go here and KO that. We block it. Don't gotta make the same mistake I made earlier, right? You go on the Lilith, right? You go on the Lilith so that I don't have to do it again. Yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. Pythagoras is not bad. I'm not opposed to putting 7 here. Forcing the opponent to do stuff, right? Yeah, I don't mind this Pythagoras. No! I didn't mean to do anything. I meant to put a life. I meant to put a life. God damn it. I chose the deploy instead of add a life to the top. Oh, that might be awkward. That might be awkward, because now the opponent gets to the blocker. They can attack for 7 here, and then attack for 8. Do I take the 7 and block the 8? I guess it's the same, right? What is in here? I don't want to trigger this just yet. I want to put it on the top of my life. Yeah, I'm gonna go like this and like this. Yeah, that was my mistake. That was like absolutely my mistake, right? So have no one to blame but myself there. So we can go 5 and 1, but the opponents can still just bottom deck my blockers, which should be a problem. The other option is that we put the Shaka on the top instead and just make sure that we kill this by going for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess the opponent can still save it. If they save it, that would be a problem. Yeah, I should have gone full 14 because I'm not attacking with Lilith. Why didn't I go for the full 14th? That would have been 4 cards. This is a 2K. Okay, opponent luckily still didn't do anything, right? So I guess we'll just go 7. Oh, I also should have kept a Dawn for my Please Save Me, by the way. Yeah, I should have kept a Dawn for my Please Save Me. I'm also losing here to Gravity Raging Tiger, right? I guess the opponent could just play Kaido here and just stall out. But that would let me get another life, which would be okay with me. Buying time. I'm playing this one so wrong. I'm playing this one so wrong. And it's such a shame. Yeah, we're just gonna block this, right? No reason not to. Yeah, they're gonna just play Kaido, bounce my stuff. Oh, it's actually the wrong Kaido. I thought it was gonna be the other Kaido. Wait, this is cool with me. I'm so cool with this. And you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna play Yamato. I'm gonna play Lilith on the top or Shaka on the top. I guess I can go Shaka. Yeah, we can just go Yamato here. Go like this. And let's just pop this Shaka out here. Get the blocker, right? I want the blocker in the graveyard before I put this down. And then the Yamato can just attack into the Kaido. The opponent's gonna have to have Red Rock here to get rid of the Yamato. They already used 1 Red Rock. Sure. Sure. I mean, again, we're just gonna trade. I guess they're gonna play another big body. Or a blocker. Jinbe from trash. Jinbe into evil. That's not a blocker. I mean, I guess it puts me in an awkward situation here. But I think I just literally attack all in into this Kaido. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17? 14, 16. That's only 2. That's not even that much. Like, they can actually deal with that. That's the saddest part. They can actually deal with that. We have another Shaka. I mean, I guess I'm forcing them to have to deal with it. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? That's going to be 3 2K counters. I'm okay with that. That's 3 cards out of their hand. 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. All right. we'll go like this, add to the top. We're gonna add this bad boy. That lets me be able to summon a Shaka from the trash and get value that way. Didn't want to attack with the Pythagoras because I'm probably gonna need it. The problem is that I don't have any more counter, right? I'm relying on these Shaka blockers. And if the opponent just kills the Yamato here with their Kaido, I don't have a way to attack again into their Kaido. Okay. You can have it. Okay, right. Okay, that's a good one. All right, you don't attack into me anymore, my friend. Okay. I'm gonna have to give them the blocker, by the way. I guess I don't have to. I can play this thing, right? Might be better to give them the blocker, though. Yeah, might be better to give them the blocker. I guess I could have kept the blocker and just done my thing. The Yamato's clutch. The Yamato's very clutch. I'm gonna kill this anyways. Let's force another 2k counter out of their hand. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this anyways. I want to force another 2k counter out of their hand. Okay. We'll go like this. Yamato is really clutch, but it's still no counters in my life, right? So we'll have the blocker. And opponent knows that I have no counters in my life. That's why they're just attacking this way. As long as they have another gravity blade or another red rock, they can just bounce the Shaka and just get the win there, right? Yeah, they can just win by just spreading their down equally. Okay. Yeah. I had no counters. Opponent literally couldn't have done it. I had no counters. If I had a 2k here, I could have potentially survived, attack into their Kaido with my Yamato, put another life. Ah, GG's. In this match, we're going against Law. I want to starve them out. So I think I'm mulligan this hand to try to look for like my Katakuris and Yamatos and ways to be able to like heal back up if there's... Oh wait, I can actually, you know, develop something here, right? Let's go here. I like the Luffy at being able to actually KO their 4-drops once the opponent plays them. But I don't want to give them the hint that I actually have them. So that's why I'm kind of just like, whatever, right? I guess, honestly, let's just play it. And if the opponent wants to go ahead and do it, they can do it. I'm going to stay at 2. I'm going to stay at 2 so that we can potentially have access for this Raigo. Yeah, so the opponent's going to go ahead and do their stuff here. So now they're going to play... Ooh, that's not what I expected. Okay, so... I wanted to starve them, but like, this is too good to pass up, right? I just attack for 6 and just KO it after. And we can put the Franky in the top. Yeah, I guess we'll attack like this. We'll attack for 7. KO the Zoro. Go like this. Do I want to attack more? Again, do I want to like starve them out? Or do I actually want to like this game to finish? It's kind of weird, right? Because I don't want to give them... I don't want to give them, like, more cards, right? And again, I need to find my Yamatos. I need to find my Katakuris. I want to play this as if I was an L. So if they attack me here, I can play Raigo on the kid, which is good for me. As long as they don't find their Gordons, they're going to have a hard time. Okay, so they didn't find it. They're just going to straight up play this. They go like that. We go Raigo. Another Katakuri. Okay. So here we can go Raigo into this kid. And add to the top of my life. We gotta play another Franky, I guess. I actually kind of wanted 2K, so maybe we actually go for the Atlas. I don't know that I need any more draw. I'm gonna keep my units to attack into their units as they attack into us. And then it's gonna have to be Katakuri game show. I could put 2 lives by putting Katakuri and 1 down to put 2 lives on the top. And that's probably the way to do it. Yeah, but it's gonna just bottom deck this Shaka, which is huge. Yeah, then bottom decking Shaka is huge. They don't get rushed, so that's good. And they get the region on top of it. So this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. Yeah, we'll go like this. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna give them the 2K, right? This Usopp is actually super crazy, by the way. I kind of like the Katakuri first. So I can go Atlas here. I kind of like the Katakuri because I get rid of the ace. And I can just play the Yamato later, right? Because the Yamato can now kill their 5 drops. Like if the opponent has another kid, we can start going for that. At some point, this Usopp is also going to be really clutch. Because it's going to make me a 7K leader for the whole turn. The Atlas is safe. Right, so the Atlas is safe. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna keep the 2K. Opponent can attack for 7, I guess. And that could be annoying. Let's go like this. See what the opponent does. Okay, they're gonna go Zoro. Do I have to... If they have the kick killer... Okay, that's not a kick killer. So they're gonna attack for 6. We're gonna say okay here. And we're gonna keep it in our hand. So I just have to KO both 2 of their units and play Yamato, and also play this Luffy on the top. So Yamato for 1, Luffy. So okay, so I get it. I got the line. I got the line. We can KO their Bon Clays to make sure that we are in a decent spot. So we can go like this first. Yeah, that's why we put the ace on the top so that we can KO the 4-cost bodies. I should have attacked with Franky first. Guess it works now. Okay. Yeah, Atlas. I mean, I don't know why they gave me the region there. Don't you want to keep the region? Okay. So now here we go Yamato. Up this guy. Then we go here. Add to the top of my life. I'll put the Luffy. I'll put the Luffy. I don't have to use his trigger. I don't have to use his trigger, right? I'm still not opposed to not attacking. At some point, I really want to put this Usopp here. Like, I don't want to use this Usopp as a counter. I want to put this Usopp on my life, right? Okay, if this is all that the opponent is doing, I think I can start attacking into them. This Luffy can kill the Zoro, so maybe we actually go ahead and do it. Yeah, opponent's gonna attack with it first, just because of that, right? I think we still just do it. I guess we don't have to. We can just leave it on the top. Because we can attack into it, right? So we can go like this. Opponent's not gonna give me this blocker. I don't think they give me this blocker, right? No way. I guess if they have kick killer. I mean, I wanted to play the rushers. It lets me just get rid of their units one at a time. Okay, they didn't do it. All right, so I think it's time, right? Yeah, I think it's time. Then we go like this. Yeah, it's time. It is time. Opponent's gonna have to deal with me. Okay, so we can go here, put Pythagoras or Atlas on the top. I guess we can put the Franky in the top, right? We put the Franky in the top because it's a 2k counter, and we also put the Usopp on the top, right? So we go like this. We're gonna replace this bad boy, put this on top of my life. Then we're gonna go here, add to the top of my life, Usopp. And again, the problem for the opponent is that Usopp makes me a 7k leader for the rest of the turn. So opponent has to deal with double Katakuri and a Yamato and an Atlas, which is easy for them to deal with the Atlas. And if they attack into my leader, I just become a 7k leader, and the opponent has a very hard time dealing with that. They're down to 0 life now, so they have to start having enough blockers, right? They do have the Sanji, but they have to somehow kill these units. I guess if they play Ace, they can attack into them with the not when the Ace gets played. So they have one Ace in their hand. That doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work, my friend. You literally have 8 cards. So based on their hand, though, they still couldn't do anything, right? Again, they could have played the Ace and given both of them -3 and attack into them 4 times. So I guess that would have slowed us down. But that means that you had to attack using your Sanji as well. They only had 7 done, so that's what they had to do. They could have gone raise Mats, I guess. And Shuriaya. I guess if they went raise Mats, so they have 7, right? They could have gone, this costs 4. So they could have gone here, or they could have gone here into here, right? Raise Mats into, I guess, the Atlas, or into one of these, right? Raise Mats into the Katakuri to get it to 5. And then attack into the Katakuri, attack into the Atlas. With your Shuriaya, then you can use your leader effect and summon your Sanji. You will have 3 blockers. That could potentially keep them alive because my leader cannot attack. But it's still going to be dicey, right? It's still going to be very dicey for them to be able to recover from this once we had these big bodies in the field. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Ace. Interesting. Ace. I'll go first. We don't have any searchers. Okay, still nothing crazy here. I don't feel like using my leader ability just yet, so I think I'm gonna just pass for now. Because the opponent's not gonna hit me, right? So I think it's fine to just do a next turn. So yeah, we'll go like this. We'll go like this. Atlas is nice because she cannot be stopped. She cannot be KO'd by battle. So the opponent's gonna have to be forced to use an event on her. Which they do have a lot of events to kill her, so it is what it is. So they got the Ace, 7 cost Ace. Okay, that's perfect. So they have the event as well that they can use to KO one of my units if they keep 3 energy. 3 down, sorry. We'll go like this. Kind of like the Franky. I like the Franky a lot. I guess we'll go here, to be honest. We'll go here. Let's actually play the car out. Let's play the car out, and I like playing this Luffy out. Because what we can do with Luffy is that we can attack and then use his effect to KO one of the opponent's units. Right? So we can KO one of their 6 jobs. Okay. I guess I have to be worried about the opponent having access to an event here. Like a trigger. They don't have it. I also would have needed to use Atlas to use this effect. I forgot about that, actually. So I did forget about that this actually requires me to be a little bit higher than what I thought. We can go for 5. Okay. I played this guy here. And we'll go like this. Make it so that I can block and then summon it right back with please save me. I'm leaving myself with barely any counters, right? So yeah, I'm leaving myself with barely any counters, but again, we can block this. And now this will allow it to come back. I guess opponent's just gonna attack into my units though. They decided not to, so we use the trigger effect and summon this right back. Interesting. We'll give you the 1k here. I mean, I guess I'll give them the 2k, right? Opponent can attack for 6, and that will have to be another 2k. Because this guy's not really doing anything right now. This guy is lower already to 2k, or cheese at 2k. I guess opponent can attack. Like, I don't want to let go. Wait, we go to 8 next turn. I guess we'll go like this. We'll let them KO both of these. Really awkward hand here. We just have to play for the ace and the Yamato. I want to have the Atlas come back out. So I could play the Yamato here, but I'm not getting any healing from her, which kind of feels awkward when I can just wait until next turn. But it lets me KO the ace, which might be worth it enough to do it. Yeah, might honestly be worth it. Might be worth it to just do it like this. And we'll go ahead and just attack into this guy. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice one. You can KO the Shaka. It's fine. You cannot. If you attack into me, I'm just gonna play Atlas. Okay. My whole life is like triggers, right? So I think I'm fine with this. Radical Beam? Okay, Radical Beam is only a 2k. We could also just go here first. This is KO by an effect, so I can attack into it. When it has a Radical Beam. So if we go here, we can still go ahead and use the leader effect to put the Franky on the top. That's going to be 7 down. That leaves me with 3 down, which means I can attack 9 twice into this guy right here. So we can go 9 here. We're going to go Raigo into the dragon. Okay, they're going to give me the guard point. So yeah, we're going to go like this. Give me two cards. Okay. Then we go like this. We use my leader ability. And we're going to put the Franky in the top. And that lets me draw, plus also get another unit on the field. This doesn't get KO'd by opponent's battle. So this one's going to stay alive. As long as I have, you know, lower life than my opponent. Opponent with on the stage. They're going to attack my life. We say, okay, draw the card. We get Yamato. That's huge. Because now we can just play Yamato. We cannot KO that, but I guess we can just KO the buggy. And still put a Shaka on the top as well. That's huge, actually. That's so huge. Because we can go like this. I guess if I play the Shaka on the top, I might actually run out of... I might not have enough... might not have enough space. All their units are like so low, right? So I think it's fine. It's funny because Atlas will actually just start dying now. She will actually be vulnerable to dying. Okay. We'll go here for 9. Okay. So we'll go like this. Choose the target. Yeah, it's actually funny because it means that I cannot summon the unit. I guess I can always block with Shaka first. Yeah, I can always block with Shaka first. I can always block with one Shaka and have the other one come down. White beer, alright. Yeah, so here we just block with one Shaka. You have to try to kill one of these units, right? So Atlas, yeah, yep. That makes sense. I will give you the 2k, I think. Do I want to give them the 2k here? That's a good question. When he's at 7, let's give them the 2k. Remember, we have this ace, right? Oh, this is so huge, too. Oh, I can put this back And I can also put the Katakuri. So I can just go back to 5 life, right? So I can put that. So this is 9. So I have 1 extra Dawn. So I can go 7, 9, and 9. I guess maybe we kill the ores just to be safe. I guess let's just kill the ores just to be safe. I might put the Franky. I have 2 options. I can put Atlas or I can put Franky. I kind of like the Franky. If I put the Franky on the bottom, it might be fine. I guess I'm not going to see it for a while if I do that. So I wonder what the opponent's going to do here. Okay, so they're going to just chill. So we're going to go 9, force a guard point or a radical, right? We know the opponent has a radical beam. Yep. Then we go 9 again. They took that one. Okay, so I like the Katakuri. I like the Katakuri, and I also like the Please Save Me. So Katakuri into the Atlas. Or do we play the Please... I guess we can go like this. Like, which one do I like better here? Let's go like this. I'm at 5 life. I have 2 big Yamato, so you can only usually kill 1. I'm gonna have this ace as well coming down later. Now the ace is not gonna do anything for a while. Yeah, that's fine. I guess the opponent could reduce the power of this with an ace and try to attack into it. Yeah, or dragon. Okay. You still are down to 1 life, so you have to protect yourself. And again, we're gonna have this units coming back, right? So 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 11. So 3, 5, 6. So 11 here. I don't care about the units, to be honest. I'm just gonna go for life at this point. Because look how much life we have, right? Atlas into Please Save Me into Shaka. Like, we're gonna be able to feel the board, and we have an ace that if worse comes to worse, we can just play the ace. The 11k is forcing him to have to give me 2 events here. Opponent's down to 7 cards, and then we have a 12k to follow up right after. Okay, Radical Beam. You need something else? Guard point. Okay, so then you are gonna take. Do I want to keep that? I mean, I could literally give myself another life. Just keep myself even safer. Like, literally, I could keep myself even safer. While also having another unit. Or I could also just summon it. Maybe we just summon it, right? Maybe we just go 11 here. I think we just summon it. Even if we're not drawing anything, just so that we have another attacker. That way, if the opponent actually clears my 2 units and doesn't attack into my life, we still have an attacker on the field on top of the potential ace. Because this is hitting them for 15. Yeah, okay, so opponent's gonna just try to pop it. Yep, opponent's gonna try to pop it. That's cool. They're gonna get... Okay, you're gonna get punished by... Like, if you attack into me, you're gonna get hit by the Atlas. If you don't attack into me, I guess the ace doesn't have rush, so I'm not able to do anything here. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we just go for 16, right? Am I missing something here? Maybe we actually just go for... Yeah, let's just go like this. 15. Okay. Oh, original power. Yeah. That, I was like, oh yeah, why did he do that? But that's original power, right? So, do I want to add this to the top? was like, oh yeah, why is he keeping that? But it makes sense because that kills the original power of 6k. So me doing all of that didn't really matter. I probably had to just play the ace, to be honest. Even if it didn't get rushed. I just completely forgot about that. I could have attacked for 6 and then just play the ace. This is where my leader not attacking is a problem because I'm not able to get the last life into them. We just go ahead and go like this. Opponent has to attack into my life for them to actually get there. We don't have Edison, do we? No, we don't have Edison. Yeah, we don't have... Oh, no. No, we... not Edison. I'm thinking of Atlas. We don't... not the Atlas. What's the other guy's name? Yeah, we'll go Shaka here, right? Yeah, Shaka makes the most sense. Okay. So the opponent kept enough cards that obviously I'm going to have to be worried about a second. There's no way you could defeat me. Which I'm guessing is what they're going to go for, right? So if that's what they're going for, that's going to just KO my units. Opponent still has a Radical Beam, so they can deal with the ace. Okay, so this is kind of annoying. Because I can never like attack for like a big number. I can never attack for a big number without getting just punished. Unless I just go like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go like this and just pass. Just set up this ace to just attack into the opponent. That's 3 down you have to commit to kill any of these. 9 cards. Yeah, let's just go like this. Let's just play ace and just have ace ready to go. This leaves me 3 lives and 2 blockers for me to be okay. How is this game still going? Again, not having the leader to attack with made that so much difficult. Obviously, I messed up, right? I could have played the ace last turn because I forgot. For some reason, I thought that this was 6k power or less, but it's original, right? So the original actually makes a big deal. So they have Red Hawk, they have Radical Beam, they have a ton of cards, right? Okay. Yeah. So, opponent has enough to like kill my whole board, right? Like they have enough to survive, right? They have enough to survive, and then the problem is that they're gonna have the swing back. They have 10 cards. They definitely have enough to survive this 20k hit. They go Radical Beam plus Red Hawk. That's already gonna be 13. Then they need to have another one to go to 17. That's 3 cards. Then they get all the value that they want, right? So maybe we actually just go to... And they're going to have 2 more units here to attack with. And a bunch of value. I'm not opposed going Katakuri. And going back up to my life, right? So Katakuri and attack for 7. Or maybe we attack for 11 here. Let's go like this. I think I have to start developing more units. I think I have to start eating up their hand first. So Radical Beam, you have to give me something else. Card point, okay. We're gonna go for 5 here. Okay. We're gonna go for 6. Okay. So now here we're just gonna go like this. Do I need to have this Luffy? It will KO their buggy, give them 1 less attacker, right? So it will KO their buggy, giving them 1 less attacker. Opponent's probably just looking to get rid of this ace. Okay, they're gonna be able to KO 1 of them. I mean, this is fine, right? You KO 1 of them, and then what? You still don't have enough attackers to kill us. I have another Shaka coming down. So this doesn't matter. Yeah, this doesn't matter, right? What am I missing here? We go like this. You have 1, 2, 3 units. This doesn't even get to attack us anymore, so we can actually just keep that in our hand. Okay, and then you're down to just 1 dance, and next time we just kill you. Yeah, you kill 1, I go here. You go for 6, I block and give you the 1k that you know is in my hand. And then I just attack with everything with the ace. Weird enough that it lasted this long, right? But again, the moment that I put that ace down, it completely changed the game. I just took too long to put this ace down. For some reason, again, I thought I could put all the Dawn and the Atlas and attack with her. But I forgot that this is like original power and not the power that the unit currently has. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games of Vegapunk and the showcase. Those board games, right? One of them was super close. We were able to survive all those Kaidos on the field and just have just exact for lethal, which is crazy. The second one, we just lost because opponent just bottom deck everything. It is what it is, right? I figured there was still a good, you know, kind of like a showcase, right? Then we do have that game against Red Purple Law, which again is one of the reasons that I told you that I really kind of like this into Red Purple Law, because you can kind of play it. You can starve them. You can starve them like as if you were playing a nail and just continue healing. And eventually you just play Yamatos, your Katakuris, your Ace, and just start popping up their board, right? Popping their board and just getting so much value. And then the Usopp is super clutch against Law because it makes your whole leader a 7k leader, which can be really crucial, right? And then we had like a really long game against Ace, which was like a real weird game, but we were able to also kind of push through and just be able to keep healing to have enough value. But yeah, so let's see how, I mean, that's going to be it for today. Let's see how the next videos or the next 2 days are going to go. As always, if you like today's video, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. You can also join us at Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also join us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for more Vegapunk gameplay.